basketball game. Now, Wembanyama is a good ball player. Samson was better. No, he was. No, Samson was 7'4" and had like a 38-inch vertical and could dribble and shoot and stuff. And no, Wembanyama would have he'd had trouble with Samson. Samson was faster and quicker and more. And like Al McGuire used to say, if he was 6'4", he'd be on the basketball team and he would be one of the better athletes and better players on your team. Wow. That's when you know a 7-footer is like, whoa. If he was a foot shorter, he'd still be playing on the team and probably starting. Okay, but he's 7'4", and the circus gimmick thing that destroys Wembanyama's body, and what's the other kiddo's name? Joel Embiid and all that. They're not meant to go out there and do that as much as they do. Okay. They're not being lazy. It's not right. You're not a circus gimmick, and you shouldn't have to go out there and justify your existence for make-believe money to a bunch of people who see you as a circus gimmick. Most of you are just assholes. Don't talk shit about my big man. But yeah, no, Wembanyama, he's a good ball player. But yeah, no, Samson, if you go watch the tape, Samson was better. Ralph Sampson was one of the best and athletic and stuff. And I've seen a videotape of Chamberlain and Samson was, Will Chamberlain was an exceptional athlete, track athlete, did all that and stuff like that. And he was good, but it's like, you guys do know that Johnny Mathis beat Bill Russell in the state championship track tournaments in the state of California, right? Johnny Mathis went to the state school. He went to San Francisco State and stuff and did his thing, but then he wanted to get into music instead of athletics, which for him was a good choice. But yeah, no, he was a very, very good athlete and a good basketball player. He's like how tall is he? Like 5'9", 5'10", but he was champion high jumper, So they beat Bill Russell in the state championship. So he was very, very, very good athlete, as well as a fabulous singer and stuff. So he was a very talented human being, lots of talents, very multi-talented person. Okay, as far as survival and what you need to get what you need to live. All right, and there's quite a few people like that, but it's that's irrelevant because it's wrong for us to compete over what we need when it's given to us by the glory of God. But I was sitting there, I watched some of that stuff on my Embellic and stuff, and and selling the stuff, and this doesn't have that, and it's not tested on animals. Yeah. Okay, share, care, given according to need, built to last. And we don't need cosmetics, but a lot of people do like them, so we have to make sure that we do them right. And then if people have them, teach people how to do it. Michelle Bowen. You like chitlins, you'll like mine. I'll show you how to make them, right? And so, and then if there's something that you want, but you don't need it, and it's bad for our ecosystem, bad for our health system, just don't do it. Okay, just resist it and don't do it. You don't need alcohol. You don't need to drink it. Okay, so we don't need big breweries and a bunch of people going around in semi-trucks taking alcohol to events where people are, more of a professional wrestling fan than a person who thinks, I should live like Jesus and David and Solomon and Muhammad, right? Life's a lot better that way. And you have all these people, and, it was interesting that watching this Huffman person and some of these other people. In Sierra Vista, I was supposed to be this great Judeo Krishnamurti type person. And they all came and exposed themselves to me and then questioned me for 2 years. And for 2 years, I answered their questions. Then they didn't want to deal with me anymore outside of Fort Huachuca with that Wi-Fi and stuff. And they sent me back home to be abused by the people that I created with my religion. It's like, I didn't create these people. They invented themselves into this. Okay. Yeah, I created religion. I created the sun. I created the tree. I make the snow fall. Okay. So, yes, Marvin Gaye was right. Okay. I'm obviously being facetious. Okay. But Earl, no. So no, these people, they're not capable of correcting themselves, and they're not capable of controlling their own ego. Like when they had Dawkins people talk to me about the meme, and they have this meme, and I said, well, if they've got one, you've got one too. It's just like my dad told me about my penis. You control it or it controls you. They didn't want to hear that. But I had the same conversation in my head when they introduced me to Stephen Hawking, and we talked. It was hard to talk to him because his physical elements were horrific. I felt like someone was constantly, like a big person was constantly sitting on your chest. Okay? Like breathing was hell and living was hell. And someone was constantly sitting on your chest. Okay? Every time I connected to Stephen Hawking, I felt like that. So it was uncomfortable for us to talk for a period of time because I was so damn physically uncomfortable. I was like, God, this is miserable. Feeling this way. And so, but the thing that I told him, because he's, you like the things that he do with the Dawkins, you're so much smarter than your family. Your family's crazy and stupid. And I was like, I don't think my family's crazy and stupid. I think my family's reacting to abuse and doesn't want to be abused and murdered by abusers. So they want to assimilate and then invent a magic place where it doesn't happen. Okay, which a lot of people do, right? And that's not mind-blowing technology. That's just fucking with your head because you can't handle reality because you fuck with people's heads too much. Oh, neuroscience, right. So, and neuroscientists do that, okay? They will torture animals and then tell you what's happening to the animal's brain and it's happening to yours. Now take my supplements and my drugs. It's like, no, just stop torturing my brain, and then maybe my brain won't do that, and then I won't need your drugs or your supplements. Right, but then I won't be a genius that blows your mind and a multimillionaire that can manipulate people into doing. But you do, when you do that, you put the whole planet species at risk because you're manipulating, and then everybody puts the beer in the semi-truck, and off it goes, and now here comes the king, here comes the big number one, and will the Cardinals beat the Pirates and win the series for the first time in 25 years? Stupid. Oh my gosh, they're so stupid. Get it wrong. It's really difficult. And most of you guys do not want to be as talented and as intelligent as the Messiah. Not with all these assholes that think they're better than he is. It's horrible. It was horrible being Blaise Pascal. It was horrible being Lord Saladin as far as the way people treat you. But as far as being yourself and the type of person you are, it's not horrible at all. You're wonderful. You're gorgeous, you're kind, you're protecting, you're empathetic, you're caring, okay? But as far as, when people challenge you, like with me, okay? Play basketball when I was younger and I played college. And one of those guys would have been on a team and it was a Mexican guy. You play like a Joto Negro. And I'd be like, oh, guys, I think I'm going to score. Oh, let me try the shot. Oh, there went in. Oh, my gosh, did you know when I make my shot, you look so sexy because your mouth is so wide open. That's what I would do to guys like that, okay? Because I was young and I was raised in America, right? Get black guys, get white guys, that played for a Mormon school. You play like a faggot nigger. It's like, oh my gosh, every time I sit there and go, I'd be like, oh really? I feel like a faggot nigger. Oh, look at me. Oh my gosh. Kiss myself. I'm so good. I'll make it. Oh gosh, that was as pretty as the golden plates, wasn't it? Okay. That's how I would be. Okay. Because I have that in me. Then I jump his head and own him all game. Okay. All game. James Winfrey. I'm going to steal that ball. Coach, let me go and guard that white guy. Your star can't guard me. I was raised American, Carol Burnett's show, Rowan and Martin's and Laughing, Rich Little, Richard Pryor, so forth, okay. Girl, get that cross out your pussy, right? So you guys raised me. If you don't like me, that's your damn philanthropy's fault, not mine, right? You assholes, right? And then later on, I was sitting there and I was thinking about this person. They had all this stuff and they were doing all this stuff about this human being who's manipulated by scientific assholes to perform genocide operations to justify what they're doing, right? And his name is Donald John Trump, right? Donald John Trump. And you guys all talk. Kimmel, he's a Nazi, and him and his business partners, Kanye West is a black Nazi, and a Nazi, 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 right? You do know Kanye has children. That's he's the dad of your business partner's children. Okay. Okay, and you do know that the Nazis were invented by the stockholders of Wall Street that were making money off of mass murdering Jews to liquidate their assets, to launder all their money in Swiss bank accounts, right? So who's a worse Nazi? Kanye West or you? Okay. Splinter and the plank. The splinter and the plank. One is a splinter, the other's a plank. What are we going to do tonight, Brain? Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world and sell everybody a Modelo so we can all have that fighting spirit. Yes. And get him some Crown Royal for his grandma. Yes. Okay. So we can all be comfortably numb. Yes. I'm feeling Pink Floyd. I got to put that on my MP3. Not The Wall, Dark Side of the Moon, Money. That was one of my favorite songs as a kid. Don't need none of your bullshit. Boy, the Mormon church must have really got pissed off when they were spying on my house with that one. But that song does make sense. Money, didn't anybody else like that song by the Pink Floyd there on the Dark Side of the Moon there? That was one of my favorite songs as a kid. That and anybody else? Walt Williams is my soul brother singer for you. Forever mine. I got what you got. And Eddie Levert. Yeah. Yeah. I cried and felt, his pain when Gerald died too, So I was often envious of Gerald because he did duets with Mickey Howard, and I had a big crush on Mickey Howard too, but, just a little bit, not too much. She could have been a real, high maintenance, bitchy, snotty person. No, you're not my type. I have to have a professional basketball player, but I'm better than all the professional basketball players. Okay, but I'm Dinkelman. Yes, Dinkelman can. If you're looking for a lover, man, you look up on the right Dinkelman. Dinkelman can. That's too funny. No, Miriam referred to me as the Energizer Bunny of Love, and that was so funny about it. Man, and we were talking about this the other night. You have this macho bullshit Latino guy who's an airborne ranger screwing around on his 8-month pregnant wife. And there's a guy who works for Fleet Service, which flushes the toilets and brings the meals, out sexing him in the next room. He can't keep up. It was like, when you look at it from a Pentagon point of view, it's fucking hilarious. Okay. Little old dorky Earl, doop-a-doop-a-doo. No, I was very charming. Most of the girls, once they got to know me, really liked me because, oh my gosh, he's cute and he's charming and he's an anti-bully. And he doesn't abuse people, but he will stop abuse right in its tracks. And he can do it, wow, very effectively, efficiently, the whole 9 yards, right? So girls at first, they would test you. And Denise Pinder was that way with me. Miriam was that way with me. Lots of the girls in the military were like that because military girls have been through shit and they joined the military to get away from abuse. And I found a lot of them get away from the sexual abuse of their family members. Then they go to the military. Oh, shit. Yeah. Like you're going to be safe there from sexual abuse from people that are your superiors or your breadwinners. Yeah, that's not going to happen. No, it's not. I'm a rocket scientist and you're a liar. Yeah, that's what you want to think. So you guys need to back off Don John Trump and his business partners like Kanye because you make the same money, you manipulate with the same money, and you use the same technology to do so. Okay? So, and it's not like the technology is too stupid to figure it out. It's like it's human intervention and manipulation that is causing the technology not to work as efficiently and intelligently as I can explain things to you anonymously here on Mrs. Huygens, Mr. Budball, YouTube. Guys, I love you, all right? Peace out.